Hey guys, I got a question about the horn fuse on the Cub Challenger 750. So this particular subscriber didn't know where the fuse was, so I'm going to show you. And it's in the most ridiculous of locations. To start with, you're going to want to take out the seat. And then you're going to want to take out that cover to expose that. It's dark in there, so you're going to need a light pump. I'm going to show you where it is. Hopefully you can see it. It's that black box with the 3 connectors right here. I'm not going to put you through the pain of removing it, but I'm going to remove it just for illustration purposes. And there are 2 bolts that hold it in. They are 8mm, and if I'm not mistaken, 5/16 is pretty equivalent to 8mm. I'm not sure that it'll fit or not. I have an 8mm socket, so that's what I'm using. I'm using a snap-on 4-inch extension, a deep socket, and that'll reach underneath this lip without too much issue. So let me get that pulled out and then we'll take it from there. Be right back. Okay, there's the length of the bolts. They're actually pretty short, and if you drop one, you're gonna have to hunt for it, crawl under your machine to get it, and so on. Once you get those 2 bolts out, now it's time to retrieve the box, and it's in obviously the other direction, so getting all the connectors off is going to be a pain in the neck, and they don't leave you a whole lot of space here to do that. So push down on the tabs on top of each connector. And this sucks, I'm sorry. And I don't know that you're going to be able to see this or not. Push down on the tabs and then unplug each connector. This is the tab here, and it's on top of each of the 3 connectors. Just push it down, and it's going to take a little bit of force to get it off. Now on this one, the weather tight seal came off of the connector. That's important. Don't lose that, and make sure it goes back in. I think the real fun part of this whole thing is going to be lining this back up to where it's mounted to get the 2 bolts back in. So now we're going to take out these 4 screws, Phillips head, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I took out the 4 little screws, and obviously that removes the lid, which reveals the fuse and relay center. The relays are what they call non-serviceable because they're soldered in place. I guess if you were, well, yeah, you can get the bottom off as well. So I guess if you were really daring or handy and could find that relay, and boy, that's some small reading. I think it says Panasonic on them. You may be able to unsolder and resolder in new relays. As far as the horn relay goes, the horn fuse, I honestly don't know where the horn fuse is in here. But if you have an ohm meter, you can check them by jumping across each side of the fuse. And if you have resistance, of course the fuse is good. If it's an open, then it's no good. On the back of the cover, it does state, let's see, meter ECU, energized fuse, brake lights, turning lights fuse, relay coil ECU, relay coil auxiliary. Oh yeah, there it is. So F4 is your horn fuse. So just this quick video, and as they say in the dealership automotive manuals, to reassemble, reverse, disassemble procedure. And I guess I'll leave it at that. So hopefully this helps you out. And if you need anything else, let me know. I'll do what I can. Just be careful when you put it back together that everything fits properly, because I'm sure this has some type of watertight assembly procedure mechanism. Given its location, it would be prone to getting wet, not saturated, but still, you don't want to take any chances. So, again, the location of that is driver's side, seat removed, top cover removed, and where it says here, fuses directly below, that's kind of true. But unfortunately, they're inside of this box. It requires a little bit of work to get to. So, I guess that's it for this video. Any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll help you out if I can. Take care, y'all. Have a good day.